Have you ever walked into church with your child, hoping for a peaceful Sunday, only to spend the entire service trying to manage the lights, the noise, the crowds, and the overstimulation? If you're a parent of a child with sensory needs, autism, ADHD, or anxiety, you already know that sometimes the place they love the most can hurt them the deepest. And that pain doesn't come from the people, but from an environment that simply wasn't designed with them in mind. And that's why I wrote Dear Pastor, Your Church Hurts. Not to criticize, not to shame, not to divide, but to speak for children who don't always have the words, and for parents who often feel invisible in the very place they came for comfort. This book was born from a lived experience, from watching my child who loves God, loved church, and loved being part of a church family struggle week after week with sensory overload. And I realize if we can make our home sensory friendly and our schools sensory friendly, why can't our church be mindful too? Dear Pastor, Your Church Hurts is written as a heartfelt letter, a gentle, respectful message directly to church leaders. Inside, I share what sensory overload looks like inside a church setting, why typical worship environments unintentionally overwhelm certain children, how families end up leaving, not because we didn't love church, but because one of the church leaders refused to make a simple change. Guys, there are cost solutions that any church can implement, like creating a small sensory room, offering noise canceling headphones, just to name a few. And these aren't expensive changes, they're compassionate changes. Every day, more children are being diagnosed with sensory processing disorders, autism, and anxiety. That means more families are struggling silently in church pews. But here's the beautiful part: many churches want to help, they just don't always know how. Your pastor may care deeply, but not understand the world your child lives in. This book becomes the bridge, a bridge between families seeking comfort and leaders who want to create a church where every child belongs. At its core, Dear Pastor, Your Church Hurts is a reminder. Every child deserves a place in God's house. Every family deserves to worship together. And every church can become more inclusive with just a few thoughtful steps. This isn't a book about problems, it's a book about solutions, healing, understanding, and creating room for all of God's children. If you're a parent who has struggled, a grandparent who sees your family hurting, or a pastor who wants your church to be more inclusive, Dear Pastor, Your Church Hurts is for you. It's a small book with a big purpose, and I pray it brings comfort, clarity, and change wherever it goes. You can find it wherever books are sold. Thanks for watching, guys. And a huge thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Whitaker, owners of Rochelle's Coffee in Center Point, Alabama. Patrons can purchase delicious food, awesome drinks, and read Dear Pastor, Your Church Hurts for free. I highly recommend their grits bowls. Take care, guys.